Hello there, and a very warm welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Miranda Holder. I am a celebrity stylist and your feel-good fashion coach. And today I'm going to share my top feel-good tips on how to make the most of your holiday packing. Always pack multi-purpose garments that can really earn their space in your luggage. Before we start, if you're loving this content, please don't forget to subscribe, like, leave a comment for me. I'd love to hear what you think. And don't forget to turn on that notifications bell so you never miss an episode. Tip number one is treat it like a shoot. Now, I'm a stylist, so I've got loads of rails hanging around, but I know these days quite a few of us do anyway for our wardrobes. If you've got one of those, grab it out, clear it off and use that. If not, that's fine. You can hang everything on the back of a door so you can see clearly, or worst case scenario, put them out on a bed. But the whole point is you want to put all of your holiday clothes and accessories out together so then you can clearly see if everything is going to go together and if you've got enough. If you try and do them separately, chances are you're going to leave something out or forget something. I like to get my holiday rails set up a few days in advance before I pack, and then I can sort of glance at it as I walk past, make a few decisions, maybe add some things in, take some things out if I've got too much, and the whole thing just feels more natural, a bit more organic and much less stressful. Tip number two. Have a colour theme. So you may be able to see on the rail behind me that I've got a little bit of a colour scheme going on of sort of white, yellow, a little bit of orange in there. And the whole point of that is it makes packing and coordinating your clothes and building outfits much easier. So I don't plan outfit by outfit. I give myself a few options for enough days, but the one thing I do make sure is that everything can mix and match effortlessly together, and having a colour scheme, whether it's black and white if you prefer your neutrals or something much more colourful, is a great way of doing this. Tip number three for feeling really smug when you're traveling is to actually pack things already hanging on hangers. So it depends how large your suitcase is, but you drop them in and fold them over with the hangers still intact. And then when you get to the other end, you can just literally lift the whole thing out and pop them in the wardrobe in your hotel room or villa or wherever you're staying. Chances are you're not going to have enough hangers anyway. I always end up asking for more, and it just makes the whole unpacking process so much quicker, leaving you free to go and get a cocktail or whatever you need to do that much earlier. Tip number four is when you're actually physically packing your cases, as much as possible, try and put your shoes, certainly your heaviest ones, at the very bottom so that when the case is upright, your shoes are also upright with their soles facing the ground. That's because shoes are heavy, and if your suitcase isn't packed fully or there's a little bit of wiggle room in there, they're going to move around, particularly with the baggage handlers and things, and your shoes are going to crease your clothes. If they're at the bottom, and you can stuff them with toiletries and things as well to make them work even harder and earn that space in your bag, that's not going to happen. Tip number five is if your clothes are a little bit creased, a travel steamer can work absolutely wonders. But if you're in a pinch, pop them in a hot shower, not literally under the water, but in a bathroom with the hot shower or bath running. Let it fill with steam and just leave your clothes hanging there, and the creases should soften and fall out naturally. Another great tip for just little niggly bits, maybe it's a sleeve or a collar that's got a bit crumpled in your suitcase, is to grab a pair of hair straighteners. If you've travelled with them, heat them up and just very slowly go over the areas. These are absolutely brilliant for that. The next tip is I never travel without packing cubes. These are from Total Wardrobe Care. They're particularly good ones. I will link them. And I like them because they've got a proper gusset around the outside and a nice firm base. So anything you put in there is likely to be more looked after. And the brilliant thing about these is that they not only look after what's inside, but they're a brilliant way of keeping certain items segmented. I like to put my underwear in some, my swimwear in some, or maybe my first night's pajamas and night stuff. So if I'm arriving somewhere really, really late, I don't have to unpack the whole case. I can literally just grab what I need from one of these. They're also really great for things like tech, cables, sunglasses, colouring pencils and books if you're taking that sort of thing with you. And if you use them wisely and actually have a lot of packing cubes in your suitcase, you'll actually find you can get much more in. A great tip to save a bit of room in your suitcase is always pack multi-purpose garments that can really earn their space in your luggage. So I always like to take a button-through shirt dress like this lovely printed one, and I would start off by wearing this in the evening for something dressy, probably with a belt and dressed up with some lovely earrings and my hair up. Once I'd done that once or twice, I would then relegate it to daytime. So I'd wear it with some flats, maybe a big sun hat and some sunglasses to go and do some sightseeing. And when I've had enough of it in that way, I will wear it open or partially done up over my swimsuit or bikini by the pool. So I've worn it 3 different times over the course of the break, so it's really earned its space in my luggage. And another tip to make your wardrobe work harder for you when you're away is to use your swimwear, bikinis and one-pieces as underwear when you're in a bit of a pickle. So if you're wearing a sheer or transparent floaty top or dress, or you've got a plunging neckline, or you simply want to wear a body and you didn't bring one, pop on a swimsuit or wear a bikini in place of a bra and panties. This is great. You're going to feel more confident because you feel more decent and modest, and it can be a really fun way of injecting a splash of colour into an outfit that you wouldn't have normally done. My next tip is to use Ziplock bags for my toiletries and spillable items. I've got some lovely toiletry bags, but they will get ruined if anything leaks. The idea of a Ziplock is it's totally waterproof, it's very, very small, it's very easy to stuff into any particular area, and it can look after your toiletries really easily. They can also double up to hold wet swimming costumes when you're swimming and you've reached your destination, or any dirties on the way back home. And my final tip is, when you finish with the clothes you're wearing on holiday and they're dirty, simply roll them up really tightly and pop them back in the bottom of your suitcase, which makes packing up at the end of the holiday a breeze and leaving you extra time for one last walk on the beach or whatever you want to do. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy your holiday if you're going somewhere lovely, or even if you're staycationing at home. I hope you have a wonderful time, and I will see you very soon.